My name is Bryn, and I chose to do my research presentation on disease-causing microbes because I've always been fascinated with the medical field, and this project allows me to incorporate what I love into microbiology. A disease-causing microbe is called a pathogen. Some examples of diseases due to pathogens include neurovirus, the plague, chickenpox, malaria, tuberculosis, and athlete's foot. During this presentation, we will look at different examples of diseases, the biology behind them, and ways to keep yourself protected. There are 4 different types of pathogens, including viruses, bacteria, fungi, and parasites. Viruses are made of either DNA or RNA and are covered in protein. A virus can enter your body in different ways depending on the type. Some examples include through your nose, mouth, eyes, etc. After the virus enters your body, it attaches to a host cell, which it invades and eventually takes over. The infected cell then replicates and spreads throughout the body and causes illness. Viruses are resistant to antibiotics, which means they are typically treated with over the counter methods, such as medications, rest, waiting it out, etc. Some examples of pathogenic viruses include the common cold, influenza, hepatitis, chickenpox, norovirus, and meningitis. Bacteria are single-celled microorganisms that occur naturally in the environment. Not all bacteria are good bacteria, however. Some bacteria can cause what is known as a bacterial infection. Bacterial infections can be caused by transmission, undercooked or expired food, etc. Unlike viral infections, some bacterial infections can be treated with antibiotics. However, some bacterial infections are resistant to antibiotics, such as food poisoning. Some examples of pathogenic bacteria include strep throat, UTIs, tuberculosis, and food poisoning. Fungi are a common species that occur in places such as the human skin and the environment around us. However, some fungi, including Candida albicans, can cause diseases such as ringworm, athlete's foot, or thrush. Factors including disease, age, or hormonal changes can cause an overgrowth of Candida albicans, which can result in the development of any of the listed conditions. Many illnesses caused by fungi are multi-drug resistant, meaning that they can be resistant to antibiotics. Diseases caused by fungi might include yeast infections, athlete's foot, ringworm, or thrush. Parasites are living organisms that feed and live off their host, which they live on or within. The 3 main parasites include protozoa, which are capable of multiplying within their host. The second parasite is called helminths, which are essentially worms. Helminths can include tapeworms, roundworms, pinworms, etc. The third most common parasite is ectoparasites, which live on their host. These may include lice or bedbugs. Some common pathogenic parasites can include malaria, tapeworms, and other worms, fleas, toxoplasmosis, or lice. Neurovirus, otherwise known as viral gastroenteritis or the stomach flu, is caused by an RNA virus known as Callicivaridae. Callicivaridae is the primary cause of inflammation of the intestines or stomach. Some symptoms of neurovirus include diarrhea, vomiting, nausea, or stomach pain. The cause of this virus is typically due to consuming contaminated foods. It is said to spread through fecal-oral routes, which include not washing your hands after using the bathroom that someone else used when they were ill. This virus, like any virus, is resistant to antibiotics. Your body naturally forms antibodies within 1 to 3 days. One of the stomach bug's biggest enemies is hand washing. Hand washing helps to get rid of the infections that may linger on you after becoming exposed to the virus. Tuberculosis, or TB, is a very serious bacterial infection that affects the lungs. It is caused by cells called Mycobacterium tuberculosis cells, which spread through air droplets. TB can be dormant for years and then later develop into a disease. Symptoms can include fever, weight loss, cough, or chest pain. Organisms are carried to the lymph nodes, lungs, and other parts of the body and cause the bacteria to multiply. TB can be treated with different medications or a combination of medications. Medicine combinations are used because TB can be multi-drug resistant. The best way to prevent tuberculosis is by getting tested regularly or avoiding someone who has active TB. Athlete's foot, also known as tinea pedis, is a type of fungal infection that is caused by different fungi called dermatophytes, which include trichophyton, epidermophyton, and microsporum. Although athlete's foot is not life-threatening, it can be very uncomfortable. Symptoms include itching, blisters, and raw or peeling skin. Athlete's foot is found in places where fungi are most capable of living, which is typically in warm and wet environments such as swimming pools or locker rooms. The best treatment option is antifungal medications. Prevention of athlete's foot is to keep your feet dry and clean, avoid walking barefoot in public places, and maintaining good hygiene. Toxoplasmosis is caused by a parasitic protozoan called Toxoplasma gondii. This parasite is found on warm-blooded animals and can cause either no symptoms at all, mild symptoms, or severe symptoms. These symptoms can include anything from flu-like symptoms to something much more serious, such as seizures or lung problems. Toxoplasmosis cells invade the small intestine, multiply, and then spread through blood and lymphatic systems. This disease occurs when contaminated meat is consumed. Prevention of toxoplasmosis includes washing fruits and vegetables, avoiding undercooked or raw meat, and not consuming unpasteurized milk. In conclusion, there are many different viruses, bacteria, fungi, and pathogenic parasites. It is important to be aware of these diseases in case you ever find yourself ill with one. The most important protection from pathogens is hand washing and good hygiene. If you keep yourself clean in all aspects, then you are much less likely to contract diseases. And these are my references, and I've also attached a reference sheet so you can read it better. Thanks so much for watching.